my name is Lauren Hill, and this is my demonstrative speech. According to a study done in 2018 by the UN, more than 30,000 people per year die due to domestic violence. That's 30,000 lives lost, 30,000 deaths that could have been prevented had the steps and resources been made more clear to victims. Now, of course, we have ads and hotlines, but when victims look at that, they still don't know where to start. Now, that leads me to the question, what are the steps to leaving a violent relationship? Step 1, always tell someone that you trust. You will need a great support system within this time. You will also need to ensure that you don't feel alone while you go on this journey and take these next steps to leaving this relationship. It is very important to keep people around you that you trust to help you. Step 2. Now, step 2 can be done simultaneously as the rest of the other steps. No particular order for step 2. Save money. It is often so that abusers want their victims to feel dependent on them. This gives them a reason to feel like they have power and control over the victim. This makes them feel as though they are able to do whatever it is that they want to do because they are the providers in your relationship. It is also important that you save money because in a violent relationship, there often may be times where you have to abruptly leave, and it is important that you have the means to do so. Now, moving on to step 3. This is one of the most important steps. Tell authorities. Authorities often, more often than not, have more power than civilians. They have the ability to investigate the abuse and arrest your abuser. And they have many ways of doing this. And there are many ways to talk to an officer without your abuser knowing. For example, in 2019, a woman from Ohio called 911 in front of her abuser and pretended to order pizza. Fortunately for her, the operator on the other line was able to understand what was going on in the situation and dispatch police officers to her house where she was safely removed. And that's just one example of how you can communicate with police officers when you may be around your abuser or you may not. You may just be able to come out and say what it is that is going on. But this brings me to another topic. Not only are police officers able to investigate the abuse and find out what's going on, but they are also able to help you with step number 4. Step number 4, always get an order of protection. For those who may not know what an order of protection is, it can also be called a restraining order. Now, a restraining order is written legal protection preventing your abuser from coming anywhere near you without consequences. Now, in Nevada, in the state of Nevada, the penalty for violating a restraining order is up to 6 months in jail and an $1,000 fine. Now, these penalties vary from state to state and country to country, but most abusers would rather obey the protection of order than spend time in jail and spend their money. Now that I have given you these 4 steps, now these 4 steps do not necessarily need to be done in order, but they need to be done and they are necessary in order to leaving a violent relationship. With these 4 steps, it is guaranteed that those 30,000 lives that are lost will no longer be. 30,000 less lives lost with these 4 steps. Thank you for taking time to listen to my speech today, and I am extremely grateful. Thank you.